We are here in Albania, and in the capital Tirana, we have this exhibition that showcases India's prowess in the field of architecture. We have with us Blendi Gonxhja, who is the Minister for Economy, Culture and Innovation, who is hosting this. Thank you for joining us on Times Now, sir. If I may ask, what makes you host such an event here in Tirana?
It's a curiosity, it's the need to open up. We are a very emancipated society, and we really feel always, better if we have open spaces to, new ideas, to new friendships, to new experiences, and in this. Term, Albania was always, open to, foreign protagonists, of different sectors. And at the moment, we have blossomed, if we may say so, an explosion, of urban development ideas, of urban investments, and. In a way, not only having to do with the construction, but also in architecture, in centers that have opened up the agoras of the cities, and discovering also the new and the best at the moment industry for the country, which is tourism. We are opening up, in different places, cities, even in the historic centers, to this new life, of so many people that are mainly foreigners coming, visiting the country, and also to a population that is young and that is studying, that is being skilled as much as we can with our programs for upskilling, in different professions. And show the whole environment, in this stage, in this moment of time for the country, economically, socially, culturally. It's very vibrant, and it's opening to, so many exchanges outside Albania, in Albania, with foreign friends, but also in different collaborations.
Minister, if I may ask, this is an age of exploration. I'm not talking about the medieval age of exploration when the trade routes were being explored, but this is an age of exploration where the new tourism destinations are being explored. For us in India, new destinations are getting much and much more lucrative. Very recently, Baku in Azerbaijan became one of the most favored tourism destination for India, or for that matter, places in Africa are giving that. Albania is something where I haven't seen much of Indian tourists. So, what is the Albanian government doing to have more Indian tourists, and, if I may ask, to have more people-to-people connect between the two countries?
In that perspective, this exhibition, this meeting we had, this festival, if we may call it so, that has to do with relations that are diplomatic, also economic, and this exchange that it's coming up, from this kind of events, helps that we structuralize, that we institutionalize, that we, build, an architecture, of relation between the countries that will help different sectors in the country to collaborate, but will help also that countries have from each other what is needed to them, what is most important for them. For example, for Albania, we need Indian investors, we need Indian experience, we need Indian, know-how in so many sectors. I mean, you are so advanced in technology, you are so advanced in innovation, you are so advanced in productivity, in so many sectors that you are doing great, everywhere, not only in India. Meanwhile, we also are very curious about your culture, about your cultural, let's say, tolerance, and your great hospitality, and you have the convivence in the country that is one of the best, in the whole world, and you are such a large country, such a big population country, and still you are one of the most peaceful messengers, in the world, in terms of your spirituality, your how to say, your inspiration, that India gives. This is what is transmitted when you mention India. This is immediately what is transmitted. It's a positivity. It's a purely humane. How to say, if you may allow me. Respect, on individual and human rights, and this is something that we are very curious to explore more. Meanwhile, you may seek for other countries to visit or to have other experiences. We are a hot weather country. You don't miss so much hot weather because you are living in a hot weather country, but you may be interested of the mountains in Albania. Maybe, why not? Maybe you are interested on our culture, on our special monuments, on our national cultural heritage, legends and castles, and all this Albanian spirit, the Albanian eagle, the Albanian, freedom, in a way, the resistance of Albania as a small country, as a very small country, in a very troublesome region, like Balkans. It is always a place where, sometimes world war starts, and sometimes, a very promising atmosphere may be lived like the one we are living now. We are working a lot for the open Balkans. We are working a lot, even in our region, we have issues with borders, issues with free movement of goods, of people. So we must work more. So we structurize it. We built an architecture of safety for each country, for knowing what we are, exchanging, who is coming, who is leaving the country, who is entering the country, who is working in the country, who is co-investing, who is cooperating between the countries in terms of institutions, but also private sectors. And in this way, by working on this more and more and more, I believe we will be very soon having many more Indians in the streets of Albania and in the beaches of Albania, but also in mountains and villages and these itineraries that they are unique also in many places in Albania. I'm very careful to praise Albania because your India is so wonderful that I don't think there is a parallel.
This is a beautiful country.
But we have this specific, a small size beauty blessed by God with rivers, a lot of water and mountains and different seasons, that are all living together with the close distances to sea or to everywhere, and at the same time the big diversity of cultures and languages, in the region, and religions, and all this also in Albania, now world's, famous and well-known tolerance for each other, and for the, different religions and different, origins, and ethnicities, and so we really praise that, and we really want you here, and we really that's why we also helped and we sponsored this organization of this event, because we really want to know more of you and to know more of people like Mr. Ditchu Kureja, who is a champion. I mean, he's not only our honorific or honor consul in India. He's an example of how we imagine our collaboration in the present and in the future.
Minister, thank you for talking to us here in Tirana. A free advice from Times Now: visit Tirana as soon as possible. Rishimardhan Pratap for Times Now in Tirana, Albania, in Europe.